you know, I'm not really good with it.
Yeah.
So my insurance company said, oh, yeah, if you want to renew your claim with us, you've got to pay us this amount, pay us that amount. I just left it because I thought that they'd close it, so I didn't answer to them. But now they called me and said, now he's taking the call and shit. I was like, I thought my insurance company took care of it, but they didn't. So with the call back, this man wants money and he doesn't care. They know that I'm not in a financial good position. He doesn't care, man. He wants his money, man. And you know, so Esau's merciless. Esau's got a merciless. He doesn't care. Like you're not gonna say, okay, let me just settle it at this. He wants full payment, bro.
And you know what I'm saying? And you know why he wants full payment? Because a lot of these, and I talk about this all the time. A lot of these Edomites, they're not living the life that they used to live. So they need to get as much money as the little money they can get out of you. They'll get it out of you. Yeah. You know?
Exactly. It's just they go by the book. They go by their laws. They don't have affection, or they don't do affection and all them things.
Nah, they all about money, man.
They do according to their book. You know what I'm saying? So now that we're saying, okay, we're dealing by our book, all of a sudden now he's getting butthurt.
He wants you to.
We're dealing with by our book now. Yep. You did what you did. You spoiled. You done treacherously. Now we're gonna spoil you and do treacherously with you. And but you were racist. So you was a racist.
But we deserve it.
When you was doing racist, we have to be cool with that. You know what I'm saying?
What precept?
Mark has something first.
Yeah, because you was speaking about on how you can't change this man. This is Ecclesiastes 1 verse 15. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered.
Right, so something that's made crooked can't be made straight. But the problem with our people, they think that Esau is human.
Wow.
That's the problem with our people. They think that he can change. You know, he's become a nice person. I ain't gonna lie, I've met nice Edomites. I've met nice ones.
On the surface.
You know, yeah.
It's all on the surface, man.
On the surface, but you know, sometimes you come across them Edomites and he sound kind of sincere. You know, they actually do. You know what I'm saying? I met one the other day. I was at work. He came in. You know, he said he noticed for me. I used to preach in Brixton and shit. You know, you got certain Edomites that are very like. They sound very sincere, you know what I'm saying? We're still gonna fuck him up though.
Yeah, but he's still the devil.
Yeah.
Right.
I got one more precept, brother. Salakia. This is Ecclesiastes 7 verse 13. Consider the work of the Most High.
Right.
For who can make that straight which he have made crooked?
Right. Who can make that straight which God made crooked, man? Our people don't want to understand that Esau was made crooked, man. He's off. He's always been off, man. You know what I'm saying? With the promotion of the alphabet community, the LGBTQ, whatever the hell it is, man. Esau's been doing that from the Greeks, man.
Yep.
And even before them.
The Romans too.
The Romans. He was always a pedophile, man. A weirdo. He was made off. He looks off.
Yeah, he looks off.
All the nations have melanin except him. Yep. He was made off. Our people don't want to see that because our people, they got too much love and we want to love every damn body, man. You know what I mean?
But that's what he's taught our people as well, to turn the other cheek. And the scripture might talk about that. But the way Esau talks about it is that he can do whatever he wants. But now when we want to talk about the same thing, doing it to him, no, that's now we should all
we should all
forgive.
We'll be friends.
Forgive. Christian church.
Forget the past is in the past and all that.
No.
They don't forget nothing in the past.
Exactly.
Let bygones be bygones.
The scripture says, show no mercy unto them that showed no mercy. Esau them, you know, what goes around comes around. Whatever a man soweth,
that shall he
also reap, man. Yeah. You sowed mercilessness in the earth, man. So now you got to reap the same.
Yeah.
Brother's got something, bro.
Psalms 140, 1, it says, David, because David knew who his enemies were. Deliver me, O my Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischief in their hearts.
Right.
Continually. Are they gathered together for war?
You see?
They have sharpened their tongue like a serpent.
See? A serpent. That's what he's the serpent.
He's the serpent.
Because you mentioned some other titles as well. This is another title.
Exactly. He's also the serpent.
Serpent adders, poison is under their lips.
Yeah, that philosophy, the wine. Weird.
Keep me, O Lord, from the hand of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man.
That's the elect.
Who have purpose to overthrow my going. Last one. The proud have hid a snare for me. and cause they have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gin for me.
Read that again. That's a good one.
Because gin, I looked up.
Read that again, read that again.
The last one, yeah.
Oh, the whole thing.
Gin is deep.
Read it from the top.
It's putting a spell on someone. Yeah, gin.
Put a spell on you.
Yeah, put gin on. Deliver me, O my Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man.
So these are more titles of Esau. The evil man, the violent man. He's violent, but he would try to make it look like we're the violent ones. You know what I'm saying?
I was in a car accident when I was doing my driving job back in the day, and a whole crowd come. It was around Friday. It was busy time. Whole crowd come out when a man ran into the middle of the road, an old Edomite man, and he ran into the car and he got licked over, obviously. And people saying, "Get money out of him," or relating to what you're saying. I heard them talking, and I was attending to him. You know, come out the car, I attended to him. Get money out of him. What happened? Is there any camera? Oh, there's cameras. So you understand?
That's how they are, man.
So back to what you're saying, they're very calculating. If they can get money and know they can get away with it, they would have done. If there was no cameras, they would have done. It was around that time when cameras started to be installed on a particular road.
You see what I'm saying? This man, he's the violent man. You see, he's violent, man. Even when Esau driving his car, man, you can walk because Esau will pick up the pace like he wants to run you down, man. Mm-hmm. I found that done to me bare times, man. And you look in the car, you know it's the Edomite. It ain't a Jake doing it. You look in it, he's behind the wheel. Fucking Edomite, man. Yeah. He's behind the car. You trying to cross the road and he'll pick up speed, act like he want to run you down. He's such a violent guy, man. You know what I'm saying? He can't just let you just walk past. I want to act like he want to kill you. Or you walk across the road, you'll pick up speed and you'll shout something. You're like, fucking pussy.
Yeah, because that's just how they are, man.
That's how they are. They're
like wild
bro.
animals, man.
They're animals, bro. Or you'll drive past and someone will scream something at you. And you know ain't no Jake.
Yeah, they ain't no so-called.
He's an Edomite, man.
Yeah.
It's one of them fucking devils, bro. Like he'll scream, like go like, ah,
yeah,
something like that.
or blow
he's a fucking Edomite, bro.
Yeah.
They're the violent man. And you got these same people are ruling over us, man.
Yeah. Destroying the earth, and you wonder why the earth is all messed up today.
Hey, man, I was talking to the brother, man, on the phone yesterday, man. Talking to a brother, and we were saying that, boy, like, we kind of thank the Most High that we're not in hardcore slavery anymore, man. Because that was hell, man. You could just imagine what our people were going through back then, man. And you know, at any moment, Esau could run up on you and do whatever he likes, and there'll be nothing stopping him. Mm-hmm. You could wake up in the morning, you don't know what could happen to you, man. You could get raped. Your wife could get raped. Your children could get raped, killed, lynched. Anything could happen to you, man. They could lie about you and get you killed. There's nothing you could do. Even if you were living an honest, you're being obedient to them, they could still lie about you and get you killed, man. Mm-hmm. Anything could happen to you.
Yeah, you had absolutely no power.
Man, I heard words say even post-slavery was even worse than slavery.
It was.
Because that's when Esau really wanted to kill us, because they had no use for us no more, because we weren't slaves for them no more. Look, they'll kill us even more. Back in slavery, they had need for us, so they didn't just kill us off.
Yeah.
But post-slavery, they had no need for us no more, so they were lynching us like it was nothing.
Yeah, and I was going to talk about the lynching. And lynching came after slavery, around the 1800s. And lynchings went as far as from the 1800s going into the 1960s. So we're talking about 100 years. They've been lynching us. That's a long ass time. Thousands of Jakes. Been lynched. Cases that you never even heard of. Yeah. Cases that only Esau knows about, man. Yeah. He still haven't bring it forward to the forefront. Esau was lynching us hardcore in the early 1900s, man. Yeah. Hardcore, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially after World War I, they were lynching us. Yeah. Hey, man. That time, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And what they would do is when, let's say for example, a Jake committed a crime or something like that, they'll publicate it in the newspaper. And they'll say such and such is going to get lynched at 10:30 p.m. And then that was just to get the crowd of Edomites to surround themselves into seeing the sheikh being lynched. I was talking about that with the brother, man, last night over the phone. I ain't gonna obviously put his name, but we were talking with the brother, man, and fucking obviously after work, as we were chatting, me and brother chatting, we're talking about how flipping we were talking about the whole thing, man. Mm-hmm. That Esau, that even when the mobs, the crowds came to the lynchings, one guy, man, Jake,
and you saw thousands they brought their children, man, and their children wasn't crying. Oh, they don't want it, like they were covering their eyes. They didn't want to see them. They were there. The children were there with a big grin on their faces, man. The devil.
Yep.
There were certain black and white photos, man, where you saw a little girl smiling and shit.
Yep.
That's the devil.
Come on.
They ain't no human. What human? That's a little kid, man. I mean, they trained their children to view us as not human. You know what I'm saying? Now, what race of people that genuinely have love in them would do that, man? Showing you that, because what did I say to the brother? I said, slavery wasn't just slavery, man. It was more than that.
Yeah.
It was a malicious hatred, man,
Yeah.
that they had for us. It was some type of hate, a personal hatred, man. For them to do that level of violence to us like that, it wasn't just merely enslaving somebody and just telling them to just work and there. You know what I'm saying? There was a next level of hate, man.
And you know too, they did the same similar kind of things to the people in South Africa too. What they would do is they would
shit, man.
what they would do, because I believe it was in the 30s. Someone could correct me if I'm wrong. when the British military went to South Africa, they treated them like shit, man. He was raping them, sodomizing them, and doing all kinds of shit. That's what they did to them in India too. They went over to India and raped the people.
Yeah.
You know?
If
So
I could
every
just-
time Esau comes to a different nation of people, or they encounter them, they just do all kind of crazy acts towards them. And really, they can't help themselves, because as we always bring about in the scriptures, they're the evil.
Yeah.
And what we all say too, they're just animals.
Yeah.
And we're not saying that they're animals just be saying it. They are literally animals, man. And
Yeah.
they know they're animals.
I saw this bugged out Jake like on the roadside, yeah, and he was all messed up, half all clothes, tatty and thing. But this is what made me realise that they're very sadistic. Some Edomite woman, she looked middle class.
Yeah.
He was bugged out, going all like on the floor, spitting and come at his man, and she was just standing there taking pictures of him, videoing him like that. So I said to myself,